general. The first shots of the Boer War were fired on the 12th of October, and Churchill sailed from Southampton on the Narrator Castle on the 14th, arriving at Cape Town on the 31st. The story of his capture by and escape from the Boers is told in London to Ladysmith, but it is worth mentioning that it was this incident which first made him famous. The headlines of the world's press screamed the news. Telegrams poured in upon him. He was hailed in Durban as a popular hero. On the 6th of January 1900, he was given a lieutenancy in the South African Light Horse, while still retaining his status as a war correspondent. This was all the more remarkable in view of the fact that it was on account of his activities as an officer correspondent in the Nile campaign of 1898 that it had been laid down that the two jobs could not be embodied in a single person. Churchill was the first, and as far as is known, the only individual for whom it was relaxed. On the 4th of July 1900, he sailed for home in the same ship which had taken him out, the Narrator Castle. London to Ladysmith, as mentioned above, had been published 6 weeks before he returned to England, and the first edition was soon sold out. In an undated letter to his brother Jack, written while on board ship, he says, "My book, London to Ladysmith, had sold when I left Cape Town 11,000 copies exclusive of American sales, and as it is still going well, it should bring me in a good return. I am bringing out another book almost immediately, Ian Hamilton's March, which is a reprint of the rest of the letters, plus 1 or 2 I have finished on board ship." In another letter to his brother, dated 31st of July 1900, he says, "About the books, London to Ladysmith had not gone so well as I expected, but I have sold altogether about 13,000 copies. A new edition is going out shortly, with a full account of my escape in it." When Ian Hamilton's March appeared on the 12th of October 1900, Churchill was just short of his 26th birthday, and already had 4 books to his name, which had all received no small measure of critical acclaim. Book 1. London to Ladysmith via Pretoria. This collection of letters is inscribed to the staff of the Natal Government Railway, whose careful and courageous discharge of their everyday duties amid the perils of war has made them honourably conspicuous even among their fellow colonists. Introductory Note. This small book is mainly a personal record of my adventures and impressions during the first 5 months of the African War. It may also be found to give a tolerably coherent account of the operations conducted by Sir Redvers Buller for the relief of Ladysmith. The correspondence, of which it is mainly composed, appeared in the columns of the Morning Post newspaper, and I propose, if I am not interrupted by the accidents of war, to continue the series of letters. The stir and tumult of a camp do not favour calm or sustained thought, and whatever is written herein must be regarded simply as the immediate effect produced by men powerfully moved, and scenes swiftly changing upon what I hope is a truth-seeking mind. The fact that a man's life depends upon my discretion compels me to omit an essential part of the story of my escape from the Boers. But if the book and its author survive the war, and when the British flag is firmly planted at Bloemfontein and Pretoria, I shall hasten to fill the gap in the narrative. Winston S. Churchill, March the 10th, 1900. Chapter 1. Steaming South. RMS Narrator Castle, at sea, October 26, 1899. The last cry of "Any more for the shore!" had sounded. The last goodbye had been said. The latest pressman or photographer had scrambled ashore, and all Southampton was cheering wildly along a mile of pier and promontory when, at 6 p.m. on October the 14th, the Royal Mail steamer Narrator Castle left her moorings and sailed.